How's the market? Funny you should ask, because it is straight up bonkers. Remember last year when everybody was running around like Chicken Little because inventory was so low and buyers were fighting over houses like the real estate version of the Hunger Games? It's worse now. That big crash that so many people were waiting for? Yeah, it hasn't happened, and it's not going to. Stay tuned and I will tell you why. Last year was record-setting in so many ways for real estate. One of the takeaways was how limited inventory was for buyers to choose from. According to the Iowa City Area Association of Realtors, there are now 14.46% fewer single-family homes on the market than there were a year ago. The rate of absorption for single-family homes in Iowa City is currently sitting at about 2.4. In Coralville, it's 3.3, and in North Liberty and Tiffin, it's 5.1. That last number is high only because of the amount of new construction going on in those two communities. Remember, the rate of absorption is a metric that tells us if the market is operating on a seller's market or a buyer's market. The lower the number, the more the market favors sellers. So let's distill that a little bit more. If you are not interested in new construction, you'll find the rate of absorption even lower. When I filter out new construction and I only look at pre-existing homes, the rate of absorption in Iowa City is 0.87 months supply. In Coralville, it is 2, and in North Liberty and Tiffin, it is 1.5 months of supply. What that means in layman's terms is there's nothing for sale if all you want is a single-family pre-existing home. The median single-family home price in Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, and Tiffin was $320,000 last month in January of 2022. Last year, the median was $291,500. That's an increase of 8.91%. Nationwide, the National Association of Realtors is reporting that the number of homes for sale is down 28.4% this January as compared to January of last year. Buyer demand is still high despite interest rate jitters, and this imbalance between supply and demand is driving prices upwards. Folks who bowed out of the real estate market last year in hopes that things would settle down in 2022, well, they're now facing the news that the market is on pace to be even hotter than last year. Last year, bidding wars reached an all-time high, and they are expected to be even more prevalent this year. Previously, housing economists felt that what we saw last year was unsustainable, and they predicted that home price growth would slow down in 2022. Right? Now those same experts are walking back their forecasts and replacing them with bullish outlooks. Some are even saying that the 2022 spring market might write history as the most competitive one on record. The current real estate market dynamics exist for several reasons, and this is why real estate is not going to crash. During the pandemic, the housing inventory plummeted to its lowest that it has been in 4 decades, and record numbers of buyers flooded the market. 2, there are 72 million millennials in the US, and they now represent 37% of the home buying market, and that number is only going to continue to grow as many of them who had delayed home ownership are now ready. They are in their prime home buying years, and they are the largest adult generation group in the US. 3, the predicted influx of homes hitting the market after the government ended the mortgage forbearance, it never happened. 4, interest rates are still low. Even though they are not as low as last year, they are still very low when you look at the rates from a historical perspective. 5, new construction cannot keep up with demand, hasn't been able to for years. The construction industry has been suffering a severe labor shortage for years and years, and it was only further exacerbated by the pandemic. Now, additionally, they have more problems. They are hamstrung by complicated supply chain issues that just plague the industry. If you're waiting for competition to cool off and prices to drop, I am telling you, it's not going to happen. Our market here in the greater Iowa City metro is very insulated thanks to the university. Just look at this graph. You can see a steady climb in real estate value year after year, even when the rest of the U.S. market is volatile. Here in Johnson County, we only show the tiniest little dip or temporary flattening in our rate of appreciation. The local Iowa City area real estate market is not going to crash, and the longer you wait, the more likely it is that you will just be priced out of that house that you want to buy. If you're a buyer, what does this mean for you? Well, you've got to be working with an experienced and skilled realtor if you want a chance at success. You should expect to get up to bat and swing and miss a couple of times before you make that home run to the sold sign. If you want more tips on how to compete as a buyer in a very competitive market, watch this video next. If you're a seller, what does this market mean for you? Well, my friends, you are in a position of power. With the right guidance and marketing from a realtor, you may very well find yourself with multiple offers to choose from. But don't only look at price and stop with that. There is so much more to an offer that you may end up seeing from eager buyers. Things like waived inspections, earnest money deposits, appraisal gap guarantees, and more. Make sure that you explore all aspects of your offers. I can't wait to see how this real estate market shapes up this year, and I am already hard at work for my buyer and seller clients. If you want to stay in the know, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every time I publish a video. And hey, if you want to chat with me, you can find all of my contact information down below in the description box of this video. If you're watching on your phone, it's easy to find. Just tap the title of the video and it will open up. Hey, it's been fun, and I'll catch you later.